Hi everyone, this is your data update. As of 5/10, 4 in 10, or 47% of Chicagoans, have received a first dose of vaccine. 5 in 10, or 58% of Chicagoans 18 plus, and 2 in 3, or about 68% of Chicagoans 65 plus, have received a first dose of vaccine. All categories are up only 1 to 2% from last week. And this is 5 months into the vaccination campaign. 2.1 million Chicagoans have received at least one dose of vaccine, but less than 1 million have completed their series. On the left here, you can see Chicago's 7-day rolling average of first doses in blue, completed series in green, and total doses in black. Our current 7-day rolling average is 14,721, and this is compared to 31,431 at the peak in mid-April. Our first doses in blue are declining more quickly than our completed series in green. Across the country, the trend is rebounding slightly, but it's still half of what it was at the peak. For a second week, we've seen a continued decrease in vaccination across all settings, with some slight increases in pharmacy administration last week. One thing that's a concern is that an additional 105,000, now up to a total of 766,000 Chicagoans, are considered to have an incomplete series this week, which means more than 42 days from their last dose. The percentage of persons missing a second dose by week of receipt of the first dose is increasing sharply from 14% to nearly 19%. Here's the breakdown of incomplete series by zip code. We see a familiar pattern here of a higher percentage of Chicagoans with an incomplete series on the west and south sides of the city. So now let's get to the big news, adolescent vaccination. 25% of 16 to 17-year-olds have now gotten at least one dose of vaccine, and 9% have a completed series. Teen vaccination seems to be going strong, and now we can extend Pfizer vaccination to 12 to 15-year-olds based on the FDA Emergency Use Authorization extension and the ACIP recommendation on May 12th. This is important because we are seeing that as vaccination of older groups progressed, a higher percentage of COVID-19 cases across the country were in pediatric patients. Watch the video on adolescent Pfizer vaccination tips for additional information. A little housekeeping. There will be no vaccine deliveries on Memorial Day, May 31st, so plan vaccine ordering and inventory management accordingly. Delivery will resume on June 1st. Also, the first lots of the J&J vaccine will expire next week, so please check any J&J vaccine in your inventory and ensure the doses that will expire first are used first. Let's vaccinate as many people as possible and keep being creative to get people in the office. Remember, there is no longer a penalty for vaccine wastage, so vaccinate everyone, even if it means puncturing another vial. Thank you for making Chicago safer one shot at a time. See you next week.